Yeah, it's Motor Radical coming at you with another movie review. I'm gonna talk about Eddington. This movie came out like last month in movie theaters. Just finally just hit digital. This movie is 2 hours and 30 minutes long. It's a long movie. Long movie. Basically, this movie is about this small town in New Mexico, Eddington, and COVID had just hit, and they got COVID restrictions, and they got a mayor played by Pedro Pascal and a sheriff played by Joaquin Phoenix. And they both going back and forth about the COVID restrictions and stuff like that. Come to find out, the Pedro Pascal character had dated Joaquin Phoenix's character's wife, played by Emma Stone. She was playing like a crazy person, and her mama was crazy. And the guy had her mama living with them, both of them just crazy. And towards the middle of the movie, Joaquin Phoenix's wife, Emma Stone's character, she left with some crazy dude, some other crazy dude talking about some stuff that happened with him and as a child, and played by the guy that played in Elvis. Wow, man, this movie was all over the place. And then Joaquin Phoenix's character, the sheriff, went to the house of Pedro Pascal, him and his son, and they had some people over there. They had music playing, and he ended up turning the music off. Then Pedro Pascal's character ended up slapping him because the sheriff was saying that Pedro Pascal's character did something to his wife when they were younger or whatever, some type of rape charges or whatever, and his wife got on there and said that didn't happen. So I guess Pedro Pascal's character went and slapped Joaquin Phoenix's character. And then this dude, the sheriff, Joaquin Phoenix character, he gonna get a rifle. He like a sniper or something. He was like about 300, 400 yards away. Ended up unaliving Pedro Pascal character and his son. And then he gonna try. Then he gonna go all the way to the house and try to cover it up and write some Black Lives Matter type of stuff, some no justice, no peace, trying to cover the murder up that he didn't sniper these two people in their own home, and they're gonna go inside the house and put some no justice, no peace, some spray paint on the walls or whatever. I'm like, come on, dude. And then one of the Indian dudes on the reservation or whatever, because he had shot the people. They lived on another side, I think the Indian reservation side, and they were investigating. One of the Indian dudes, the Indian cops or whatever, kind of thought that Joaquin Phoenix's character did it, and he was making it obvious. I'm like, dude, why are you making it obvious that this man probably didn't committed these murders? And then they tried to do some crazy stuff, some white supremacist stuff. Joaquin Phoenix's character, the sheriff, tried to blame it on this black dude that was working with him at the police station, the sheriff's station. Then they had another deputy that was a white supremacist too. He was saying all this white supremacist stuff. This dude gonna sit there and try to blame the black dude because Pedro Pascal's son was dating some white girl that was trying to be an activist. And then the black cop was dating her or something at the same time. Well, they had dated each other at one time, and then she was telling the black cop that he need to be on their side about protesting George Floyd and all this stuff. Man, a lot of white supremacist stuff in this movie. And then on top of that, they had some Antifa type folks fly in from somewhere else to this small town and started shooting at the sheriff. After that, and then he set up the black cop and set him up, they broke him out of the little jail that Pedro Pascal, sheriff, put him in, trying to blame him for the murder. They broke him out of the jail and set him up and put some explosives around, and he ended up dying. The black cop ended up dying, but the white dude that was the other deputy that was a white supremacist, he ended up dying, getting blown to pieces. And Pedro Pascal's character, not Pedro Pascal's character, Joaquin Phoenix's character survived the blast or whatever. He went and got these big old gun and started shooting these Antifa type of folks. Then he ran out of bullets, and then one dude came up and just stabbed him in the head. After and then there's one dude that was protesting with the white girl and ended up shooting one of the Antifa dudes or whatever. But this dude, Joaquin Phoenix's character, sheriff, ended up getting stabbed in the head, and I guess he was paralyzed or brain dead. Because at the end of the movie, he was in a wheelchair and stuff like that. And come to find out, Emma Stone's character, his wife, had got pregnant by this crazy dude that she left with. So this movie was all over the place, man. This movie had a lot of white supremacist stuff going on in it. He tried to frame the black dude as a murderer. And then the white woman that was an activist trying to tell the black dude that he don't need to be a cop no more. He need to, be about what's going on with George Floyd and about the police brutality and all this stuff. It was just all over the place. It was a good movie. It was a very good movie. It just was 2 hours and 30 minutes is way too long. They could have cut it down. They had some scenes where they could have cut out. Really, really didn't need to see all that. Then at the end of the movie, the dude became the mayor because the Indian dude that knew that he had did the murders or whatever ended up getting killed at the end of the movie. So he became the mayor or whatever, and he was in a wheelchair, and the woman's Emma Stone's mama was still hanging around him for some reason. I don't know why she didn't leave. Come to find, they end up getting a house or whatever by the state or whatever, and then he got a caretaker, and then the caretaker is smacking him all in the back of the head, trying to drag him to the toilet. They showed a scene where he was butt naked, trying to drag him to the toilet or whatever and stuff like that. They didn't need to show all that, man. That was very sad that this dude, ended up, getting stabbed in the top of the head and the brain or whatever and losing all his functions or whatever. It was very sad at the end of this movie. And then the mother laying up with the caretaker and they laying all in the same bed at the end of the movie. I'm like, what the hell? Good Lord, man. He ended up getting away with murder and killing Pedro Pascal's character and his son. Then trying to frame it on a black dude, man. I'm like, at the end of the movie, I'm like, that's kind of what he get, but he still should have went to jail. I wouldn't wish him being in a wheelchair like that. That's a sad way to go, man. Very sad way to go. I'm surprised he didn't die after he got stabbed in the top of the head by the Antifa dude. But they exaggerated in this movie a lot. They gonna sit there and these Antifa people get a plane ticket and fly all the way to this little small town in New Mexico to cause some havoc. Get the hell out of here. That was the BS part of this movie, man. These people then flew all the way out to New Mexico just to go mess with this lowly sheriff in this small town in New Mexico. Come on, man. They did a stretch with this movie, with that part in the movie. They really stretched that out. There ain't no way in hell nobody from no damn Antifa gonna fly all the way out to some small town in New Mexico. When they had all them uprisings going on at that same time in Minneapolis and all over the United States, they gonna fly specifically to Eddington, New Mexico. Get the hell out of here. And then these activists was protesting at George Floyd stuff. Most of them were white. They didn't know what the hell they were talking about. They were just some white people that just wanted to do something. The main white activist was a little white girl trying to tell the cop that he need to not be no cop and he need to be on their side and all this other stuff. And the black dude, after he got set up, he still want to be a damn cop. After but Joaquin Phoenix's character set him up and then end up getting blown up and he getting them scars. He got some scars on his face and stuff like that. He's still a damn cop in the same city after all this. I'm like, come on, man. This movie had a lot of unrealistic stuff going on in it, but it was a good movie, though. I give it a 5 out of 5. It was a very good movie. It just had some unrealistic things going on in this movie I just really didn't get down with. But it's been more the radical in the Hollywood.